Oh my god.
Yeah.
Human innovation, I tell you what.
At least it's pretty flat there. I feel like that's why 3 weeks is pretty fast, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess.
For
Um,
just oxen.
yeah, you're right. Pulling shit, yeah.
Right.
And they probably stopped at night to sleep
Well, right. Yeah, it's not like they could do it the whole time.
and pack up. Oh my god, this sounds like my worst nightmare. Like, I
I
would
mean,
never, ever, ever want to do this.
it'd be kind of like driving and then you camp, like stop, like a cross country road trip,
Yeah,
but worse.
a lot worse.
Right, a lot worse. But yeah.
So they left on May 12th, 1846 from Independence, in the middle of a thunderstorm, which
Why
I
would
would
they?
probably have waited, but,
Yeah, I probably would have just waited.
yeah. And
Wow.
a week later, they joined a large wagon train that was captained by Colonel William H. Russell, and it was camped on Indian Creek, about 100 miles west of Independence. And along the entire journey, others would join the group until until the group was like 87 people.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. On May 25th, the train was held for several days by high water at the Big Blue River, which is near Marysville, Kansas. And here the train would experience its first death when Sarah Keyes died and was buried next to the river, which I think we kind of all saw that coming. I mean,
Right. Yeah, I
she
don't
was
think
already dying. Why didn't they just wait for her to die before they left?
Well, you
I
can't.
guess it could have been forever.
Right, you have no idea, and you have to go like during the summer, right? Because to pass the mountains, you can't go in the winter.
True.
Obviously, this,
Well, yeah.
you're not supposed to.
Yeah. And then they built ferries to cross the water, and they were on their way again,
Oh,
following the Platte River for the next month. I assume they cut down some trees and made like rafts
that's cool.
and then would like swim it across, but like how long did that take? Like
Probably a long
this
time.
is so much
This is what
work.
pioneering is.
I know. I'm just saying I would not have signed up for this.
I wouldn't have survived.
No. And along the way, William Russell resigned as the captain, and the position was assumed by a man named William M. Boggs.
Oh no. Why? Because he's like, this is too hard already. We had to make these ferries.
Well,
I'm
maybe
done.
there was a lot of like, what is it, dissent? Is that the word?
Oh. Yeah, maybe they didn't want him anymore, so he just
Yeah.
resigned instead of them killing him.
Right.
Yeah.
But after like kind of a few problems, the pioneers reached Fort Laramie just 1 week behind schedule on June 27th, 1846.
Okay.
So that's not like awful.
Yeah, I feel
A
like
week
just
behind, like that's pretty
right.
good.
Yeah. Like I feel like that's probably the best you could realistically expect.
Yeah. And at Fort Laramie, James Reed ran into an old friend named James Kleiman, who had just traveled the new route eastwardly with Lansford Hastings.
Oh. Like he had just they already made it?
I guess. He must have gone one way. I don't know. Oh, did they meet in the middle?
Yeah, I think they met in the middle.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
And he told Reed not to take the Hastings route
Oh.
because it was barely passable on foot and would be impossible with wagons.
Okay. That's good information.
Yup. Yup. And also warned him that the Great Desert and the Sierra Nevadas, like that they were bad.
Right.
And he strongly suggested that they take the regular wagon trail rather than this new false route. Reed would ignore this warning in an attempt to reach their destination more
Oh my
quickly.
god. Why would
This is
why
a
would
lot
you
like sailing.
why would you ignore your friend's advice. Like, it's not someone you don't know at all. And he just did it, and he said, don't even do it. And that's like in the summer where it's like perfect time to do it too.
Right.
I
He
can't
said it
believe
was.
he ignored it.
Did they just walk? I
I don't
don't
know.
understand how they would have even done that if they said it wasn't possible by wagon.
Right. Well, they might have abandoned the wagons, I guess.
Yeah. Joined by other wagons in Fort Laramie, the pioneers were met by a man carrying a letter from Lansford W. Hastings at the Continental Divide on July 11th. And the letter said that Hastings would meet the immigrants at Fort Bridger and lead them on his cutoff, which passed south of the Great Salt Lake instead of detouring northwest via Fort Hall, which is Pocatello, Idaho.
Oh. So he's gonna lead them
Okay,
through?
why wouldn't they just go south? There's like no mountains in the south.
Well, that's like a lot more time. To skip
I
the mountains?
guess.
You can't really. That'd be a lot.
Like, go through Oklahoma.
What? I need to look at a map. What do you mean?
I guess it seems like they're trying to get to like Northern California, right? I don't know.
Right. I think just California at all.
And the
But,
whole fucking desert, I guess.
but like, yeah, they're already like from Springfield, so it's already more like north. Like you'd have to go. I mean, you'd definitely have to go through the desert then if you did that.
Yeah, that probably would kill them. For sure kill them, actually.
Right. They went to Missouri and Kansas. And then what? They'd have to go, yeah, down through Oklahoma and Texas and through New Mexico instead. And Arizona to get to like Los Angeles. That'd be so much.
And then they'd have to go all the way north to like where they're
wherever
trying to
they wanted to
actually
go. Yeah, like to Sacramento.
Where's gold in California? Yeah, trying to get to Sacramento. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Yes, and the letter successfully allayed any fears that they may have had regarding the Hastings cutoff.
Oh, they got
this
bamboozled.
Fucking guy. I hope he went to jail.
No, I think
he definitely didn't. But
yeah, he definitely
should
didn't.
have.
Maybe he dies from another adventure.
Find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
On July 19th, the wagon train arrived at the Little Sandy River, which is in present-day Wyoming, and the trail parted into two routes, the northerly route, and then, which is like the regular route, and then the untested Hastings cutoff, and the train split in half, and a majority chose to take the, like, safer route.
Yeah, that's good. So I guess his is more south anyway, but still through the mountains.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the people who preferred to take the Hastings route elected George Donner as their captain, and they began the southerly route, reaching Fort Bridger on July 28th. But upon their arrival at Fort Bridger, Lansford Hastings, like, there was no sign of Lansford Hastings at all. Only a note left with other people, and they indicated that he had left with another group and that later travelers should follow and catch up.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't trust that.
No. That's sketchy.
Yeah. They probably were just like, dang, we were, a week behind because of our whatever.
Yeah.
They probably didn't think much of it.
No, I have a feeling, like, what are they gonna do? Wait forever? Like, there will probably always be more people coming.
Right. Or go back, like, backtrack. Can't do that.
Right. Jim Bridger and his partner, Louis Vasquez, assured the Donner Party that the Hastings cutoff was a good route. Satisfied, the immigrants rested for a few days at the fort, making repairs to their wagons, and prepared for the rest of what they thought would be a 7-week journey.
Wow. How would they know? How would Jim Bridger know? They went through
Because he
there
probably,
or heard
yeah,
from
I
other people?
guess, I probably heard from Hastings himself.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, on July 31st, the party left Fort Bridger and the McCutcheon family joined the group. And now they had 74 people in 20 wagons. And the first week, they were making like 10 to 12 miles per day.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. 20 wagons, though?
Fucking kill myself.
What do you do?
You can drive 10 miles in 10 minutes now.
10 miles up here is like an hour still.
Yeah, that's true.
This is like the old wagon trail up here.
Yeah.
That's
On August
crazy.
6th, yeah, it is. On August 6th, the party reached the Weber River, having passed through Echo Canyon, and they came to a halt when they found a note from Hastings advising them not to follow him down Weber Canyon as it was virtually impassable, but rather take another trail through the Salt Basin.
Why do they keep just finding little notes from him? I feel like he's not even real. Like,
I know. He's completely made up.
yeah, like someone else.
It's like a little joke.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems weird.
I know. While the party camped near modern-day Hennifer, Utah, James Reed, along with 2 other men, forged ahead on horses to catch up with Hastings.
Oh, okay.
Finding the party at the south shore of the Great Salt Lake. Hastings accompanied Reed and the party at the south... Oh, wait. What the fuck? Hastings accompanied Reed partway back to point out his new route, which he said would take them about 1 week to travel. In the meantime, the Graves family had caught up with the Donner Party, which now numbered 87 people in 3 wagons.
23. Did you say 23?
Yeah, 23 wagons.
So they did find him, and he's real.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they took a vote, and the group decided to try the new trail rather than backtracking to Fort Bridger.
Okay.
Why the
I
fuck?
guess, like, but if you're a family and you voted against continuing, like, you could just turn back.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
that's true.
You don't have to go just because the majority voted.
Right. That's true.
I don't know. Then they'd feel more pressure, I guess, to do it, though.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation, because if you go back, like, that could be, like, add another fucking month.
Right.
You could get stuck halfway. Like, what if you break down and no one's there to help you?
Right, because you have less people, too.
Yeah.
Like, you would kind of need a couple families to agree to go back.
Right. On August 11th, the wagon train began the journey through the Wasatch Mountains, and they had to, like, clear trees along this new path.
I've been there. Wasatch.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh. It's in Utah, right?
I think so. That would make sense. In the beginning, the wagon train was lucky to make 2 miles per day, taking them 6 days to travel 8 miles.
Wow.
Fuck. Along the way, they discovered that some of their wagons would have to be abandoned, and the morale began to sink, and they began to blame Lansford Hastings, which, as they fucking should.
Yeah, they should. He said it would take like a week to do the whole thing or whatever, right?
Yes, and also he, like, gave them advice, don't follow me, go this other way again.
Right.
Even don't know anything about it. Why is he telling people where to go if he has no fucking idea what he's talking about?
Psycho? He's a psycho.
I don't know.
Yeah, how would he know at all?
Wouldn't,
what is the purpose of
what if there was just a giant fucking hole in the ground that he had never seen before? Like, I don't know.
Oops.
It's not like maps
I don't
then were
understand
very
his
good.
motivation.